Barbershops. Now, everybody can probably relate to this. Everybody can probably relate to this because it's either you got kids that you got to take to the barbershop, or, you know, maybe you've been to the barbershop with your brothers, maybe dated a barber, I don't know. Maybe, I feel like everybody could relate to this outside of the people who get haircuts and all that other shit. Like, the barbershop experience to me, I ain't gonna lie, throughout the years has been insane. It's been insane to watch these motherfuckers go from we just out here cutting hair and we enjoy the art of cutting hair and to going to a place where it's like you gotta pay for the experience, like you going to a damn spa. Shit is crazy. Vibe said, me just coming back from the barbershop is hilarious. How much you pay for your haircut? That's the question. How much did you pay for your haircut? Let us know right now in the chat. How much did you pay for your haircut and what did you get? God damn, $40. Fuck. $40. Pink said beauty salons and braiders are worth. That is a good point. I don't think the beauty salons and the braiders getting enough of this smoke. I think a lot of it is going to the barbers. But then again, when y'all women be going to the beauty salon and shit, y'all be there for hours though. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I don't even talk about it, because y'all be there for a long time. Yo, when I be seeing like women go get, what y'all call them shits, the micro braids, y'all be there for hours. So I'll be like, hey, the price sound like it might be around right, but maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, you know, so I got dreads. The only time I go to the barber is for a lineup. I go to the barber for a lineup and that's about it. But even the lineups these days are like close to $30, $40. King Black Power said, ain't nobody getting micro braids no more. They out here, bro. They getting micro braids.
They turn the cat to me and say that I'm a racist.
Come on now, dog.
$25, $20, $30. Like, the lineups are getting crazy right now because obviously the lineup, you know, they got to say, oh, the lineup includes your beard. You got to do this. You got to do that. You know, we going to put the hot towel. You're paying for the experience. Pink said, I spent $300 plus on knotless braids and you complaining about 40. But Pink, how long does it take for you to get the knotless braids? Tell us that. How long does that take? Because you got to think about time too. Time actually matters. We could say a haircut gonna take you, what's a haircut gonna take you like time wise? You get a good barber that don't talk too much, you know, and pay attention to what he doing. You're not in that seat for more than what, 20, 30 minutes, right? And depending on what you get into. Yeah, see, 20 to 30 minutes. Pink said depends on the size if they're small. 8+ hours? 8+ hours. 8+ hours is crazy. I'm just saying. They said, I once told my barber, I don't feel like talking today. Yo, that's fucked up. You got, like, yo, I'm trying to get in and out of here, man. I got things to do. 8+ hours is crazy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let's be honest. 8+ hours is wild. When I got my braids done, it was about 250, maybe a little bit less. I was in the chair for like 7 hours. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That right there, I could see. The comparison ain't there. I would argue that maybe I got off pretty good paying $300 if you making the comparison to barbers. Clam Gang said all barbers talk too much, so. My cousin is a barber. My uncle was a barber, God rest his soul. We went to him as kids growing up. Part of the experience is the conversation, right? You go there, you have a conversation. It's your place to decompress, you chill. It's a sense of community. But that seems to be what's lost now. Now it's more of a show. Now it's more of a sit down. Let me turn on my ring light. Let me get my gloves on and, you know, get these clippers. I'm gonna flip the clippers in the air like Kid Rock flip the microphone. Woo! That's it. You know, I'm gonna put the clippers behind my back, around my head, and then here's Cam Newton talking about it briefly, so let's see what Cam Newton got.
Barbers, y'all getting out of control. Whoa. Y'all are getting out of control, and y'all gotta stop this motherfucking waste management satanic work that y'all damn do. Bro, these motherfuckers get a couple of followers and TikTok views, and they just think they could charge me $150.
Bro, shut up.
What are you doing? It's just making sure that my lineup is crispy.
Okay, yes, you're making sure somebody's lineup is crispy. Yes, you're making sure that somebody looks right, because a bad haircut says a lot, not just to the person you did it to, but to the barber themselves. Now, I saw y'all mention in the chat, I saw y'all mention Bigen. Now, Bigen is another thing that they do. Here's my problem with Bigen. Using Bigen on a nigga, that shit just gonna last like one day. If you could spend the day without washing your damn face, that shit might last you long enough for you to go to whatever event you trying to go to. Cause that shit just have you looking good soon as you left the barbershop. That shit ain't gonna last no damn 2 days. It ain't gonna last, dog. They said booth rent a month. Yeah. So my cousin owns the barbershop that he's at, and I know the booth rent shit, that's a thing. But again, you could hustle up and open up your own shit. Pig said, I've tried to do my own hair and do not have the patience. It's why I don't complain too much about the price. I'ma still complain though. Yeah, I think everybody has a right to complain because prices is high. Pink said, Zoe, you use Bigen for your grades? I ain't got no fucking grades. I don't got no grades. Stop playing with me, Pink. Stop playing with me. They said, who's Bigen? Yeah, I hate y'all, man. I don't have them problems no more, but because I'm bald. Why you ain't got no hair up there? I'm looking like bowling ball, looking like a bastard. Is there actually a song like that goes like that? Because if there is, point me to it. I haven't seen it. They said, what's wrong with grades? Nothing's wrong with grades. I think everybody gonna get grades every once in a while. It is what it is. I got like one white hair that comes out of like my chin when I'm like stressed. When I got like a stressful, it's literally like one. It grows and then the fucking shit doesn't come back for months. Here goes a barber defending, the pricing. So let's see if we agree with this. This barber say he charges $100 per haircut and advises other barbers to do the same thing.
I don't fucking understand how there's barbers that are still not charging $100 knowing their worth. You're not selling haircuts. You're selling confidence. That's what it is. Confidence. Getting clients to pay $100.
I'm not gonna lie. Selling confidence and not looking confident in this video.
Oh my God.
Kind of fucked up, player. Kind of fucked up, player. Like, you need to be more confident saying this shit. You need to say this shit like you believe it. I need you to believe what you saying right now. And right now, I'm not gonna lie. You don't look confident, my guy. I'm just saying, bro. But we selling confidence. All right, y'all. All right.
It's not that fucking hard. All you have to do is sell the experience and confidence when they sit in your chair.
You know why I don't like this? Because it comes off as scammy to me. All you gotta do is sell the experience. All you gotta do is tell them like, yo, you paying for the experience. You're not paying for the actual haircut. Nigga, did I tell you I was coming for the experience? I'm not gonna lie. Does this say barbershop and spa? Does it say barbershop and experience? Super fades. I want the fade. I didn't come here for the experience of the haircut. That's your experience, brother. You're the barber. It's your experience. I don't need the experience. I'm just saying, bro. I don't like people trying to package shit into shit I ain't asked for. I didn't go there for the barbershop experience. I just need you to fucking cut my hair. And if you feel like talking, you gonna talk. If there was a button that said, do you want to talk today? Yes or no? And you could click that shit, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get an equal amount of no's. Like, there's some people, like Fame just said, sometimes I sit in the chair and I don't want to talk. It just be like that sometimes. But hey, who am I, man? I'm just saying, brother. The experience thing sounds very scammy to say that shit because I don't know.
So that's how I charge $100. I'm selling an experience and I'm selling confidence to them. That's why I'm always having clients coming to me every weekly and bi-weekly, because I sell confidence. When they leave my chair, they feel good about themselves.
Let me talk to you right quick, brother. They said every weekly, huh? See, I knew somebody was gonna say some shit. Yo, it sounds scammy to say I'm selling you confidence, because I know y'all using them booking apps. I know it. And it's funny, I was talking to my homeboy. We talking about this shit a couple days back. And we was talking about how before, you could go to the barbershop, you can just get you a regular haircut and get the fuck up out of that motherfucker. And it is very important these days that if you have a barber who didn't sell out themselves to do you dirty and put these prices up like a motherfucker, like this, then it's very important for you to keep that person. But now everybody does bookings. I remember when you used to be able to walk into your barbershop that all the time. You would probably see somebody that from your neighborhood. Y'all would sit there, have conversations while you wait. Now you got appointments. Everybody doing appointments. You got a book, and if they ain't got shit for you, you got to do a house visit. That's probably gonna be 5 times the price. It's insane. And I know you got your shit on a booking app right now. I know this guy got it on a booking app. Ain't no way. Why don't you put regular haircut, experience plus haircut? There you go right there. Now, if I want the experience, I know them prices gonna be high. It's that simple. Now, if I really want the experience, you know what? I'm on the booking app. I see what's going on. I could be like, you know what? I don't want a regular haircut today, man. I deserve the experience.
What the hell?
Let me add this for myself, man. Get the experience, man. I'm not just gonna get the haircut. I'm gonna get the experience package. And what is the experience? Is the experience a conversation? I got homies for that, man. Now, I do understand the part where maybe the way you talk to your barber could get you advice that people around you probably wouldn't. I understand that part. He might give you advice that other people won't, and it might be different from what your homies would tell you. I get that piece of it. But, dog, what are we doing? What is the experience? I just don't know. Like, I need an option for fade only. Fade only, all right? I get it. They're going to talk about inflation. They're going to talk about all these things, but the prices y'all got, these shit's not justified, man. I'm going to just say that.
Now, when you feel good about something, you don't even care what the price is because you know what it makes you feel, and you feel like a different person. That's why they want to pay $100. So stop trying to make your haircuts the most blurriest fades you possibly can and focus on selling confidence and actually listen to your clients on what they want and solve the problem. It's that simple.
You know what else gives people confidence? If you go to a club, right? You just feel confident when they're in a section, right? When you got a section, you feel confident. Now you feel like you could get any motherfucker in that spot. Cause you got a section. You can always go back to your section. But to get that section, you gotta buy a bottle at a very ridiculous price. Very ridiculous and stupid price. All right? Sometimes you might go in the club and it might boost your confidence, but you know what? You might be like, nigga, I ain't got the bread for a bottle this time, man. You cannot afford to just do some shit because it makes you feel good. Sometimes you gotta skip that part of it. You could give me a haircut and just a fade, and I could go out there and feel good about myself. I don't need you to use a towel to spray Bigen and spray all this shit and flip your clippers in the air and put a ring light on my head for me to have a good experience. That is not the barber experience. And I think a lot of these barbers think the experience is doing all these things in the midst of a haircut, when the experience is really you just going for a moment to basically just take care of yourself. It's self-care. You get that haircut, you get that lineup, you feel good about yourself. I shouldn't have to worry about you charging me for something that I'm gonna have to feel on my own. What are we doing? And the justification for these things, they get worse and worse. Here's this guy, he made a point on this. He said the irony of complaining about barber prices while rocking designer brands. I knew somebody's.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked. I was shocked to see all of these brothers, because I've been seeing it for a long time. I just ain't spoke on. I was shocked to see how many black men were online complaining about barbers. These barbers done lost their mind. These barbers is charging too much. Nigga sitting there with some Balenciaga sneakers on, some $900 jeans, $300 shirt, Jesus piece. These barbers is too expensive. You look crazy. You look crazy. You got that iPhone though, didn't you?
Oh my God.
Me? Me? I don't got no damn Balenciagas. No, I got the iPhone. I don't got no damn $300. I buy my jeans at fucking Marshalls. I go to Burlington. I go to all them fucking places. What the fuck I gotta do at Balenciagas? What the fuck I gotta do at Louis V? Huh? What are we doing, man? What are we on? Like now we judging this shit off of what people doing and what they wearing. I understand. There are people who buy Balenciagas and don't have anything to their name. That shit ain't nothing new. I know a nigga that probably got Balenciagas on right now, and he on the 9th grace period day of his rent. He gonna buy them clothes though. It just is what it is, man. That does not justify a barber going to areas where people are already having a hard time making it by and charging these outrageous prices. Furry B said, I literally only go to the barber when I don't have time to cut my own hair, and it's honestly never as good. Listen, that is the truth. I shave on my own, but if I'm going on like a vacation or something, I might go to the barber and get a lineup. Other than that, I'm not going to do this shit. You're not gonna fucking charge me for experience that I don't want. I don't. Pig said, when I open my barbershop, I expect to see you all there. Pay for the experience and the confidence. 50 to start. I even have man lace fronts. See, Pig always trying to sell somebody something. Positive vibes. 100 is crazy. I like my $40 haircut. That's the problem. They've kind of got into the space where they've conditioned people to feel like, damn, 40 is a great price. It's like gas, right? People will see like $3 and let's say $3.10. They'll be like, oh shit, that's amazing. Not remembering that there was once a time where the shit was like a fucking dollar. Like $1 and some change. But they've conditioned you to the pricing, and I feel like that's what barbers are trying to do at this point, man. And to me, it's kind of fucked up. Barber calls out other barbers for upcharging clients in the hood 100 instead of reasonable 40. See, there go that reasonable 40 again.
You can't be in the hood where these folks is barely making it, talking about you charging $100 a haircut. That's some people like this. Anytime that you're of service to anybody else, that means that I'm freely giving my time, my energy, my emotions, my all to make sure you're good. Start pouring back into your client. Some of these folks come pay you this money just so they can hear something else from you, man. That's why I'm booked. But you have to know your demographic. Bro, you can't be in the hood where these folks is barely making it, talking about you charging $100 a haircut. That's some people like this. Bro, if you good, do the math. If you cut 10 heads at $40 a piece, every day, that's $400. You do that 5 days a week, that's $2,000. $8,000 a month. How you can't live off of that?
He ain't said nothing wrong. I do think that the problem is we're kind of like in a space where everybody wants fast money, right? In their eyes, getting those 4 clients in one day, they rather do it in 1 or 2. That's just... Why would I do 4 clients when I can just do 1 or 2? And then my day could be okay. If I want to add an extra one to that, I can. That's literally what it is. So the problem is if people are paying this, that's where it comes from. But all people are going to do is they're going to stop paying. And that's where the barbers are actually going to hurt. Barry B said, my celebrity barber charges cheap at the shop in the hood because when he's not there, he's getting paid like 50 to 100 an hour just to be on set, whether he's cutting or not. That's great for him. And I commend him for charging cheap at the shop in the hood. But a lot of these other barbers, they doing the complete opposite. Mr. Prudent One says, my barber charged 25, but I tip him 25. See? And that's dope because if you know that the going rate is like 40, and your barber charge you 20, if you got it, you could tip them. Like if you got it, you could tip them. Like, but to make that your base price without the tip, now you taking away from your blessing because that person might not tip you at all now. The price already too high, bro. I don't know if I can give you a tip on top of that, brother. We gonna have to cool that down. J-Time said, nah, I'm not paying 100 for an experience. I learned how to cut hair at that point. Shout out to this guy. Here's what he said. He's lowering his haircut prices. No more $50 haircut.
Taking my prices down at the barbershop, and here's why. I bumped into an old client I had at the gas station, right? Not him, but an old client. And I was like, yo, what's up, man? How you been, so-and-so? And he said, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't bring the boys to you no more, man. But can I be honest with you? I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, honestly, man, I got 3 boys, man. And you just got too expensive. And he had the cut he had wasn't like that. But it was just too expensive. He said it cost too much money.
And that's the other part we didn't really talk about. The factor in kids. Like sometimes you got dads that come into the barbershop. That experience, that's the experience right there. Dad coming to a barbershop with his 2 kids. Dad have a conversation with the barbers. Kids getting their haircut. They're getting that whole community experience, especially if you from the community, if the barbershop is within the community that you live in. Like that's the whole experience. And to monetize that is just insane to me. I think monetizing that is completely wrong. I think it's something that shouldn't be done. But then again, I'm not a barber. So I don't know if there's like some internal things that I'm not considering, some factors that, maybe I'm not aware of, which I'm completely open to discussing. But from me as a consumer, I think it's fucked up.
And that got me to thinking of how much I used to love to cut, bro. And not just the cut, but to have interactions with people in the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like those father-son moments, like that shit meant a lot to me. When I started cutting hair, I started cutting not just for the money, but because I was impacting the community in a certain way. By being that positive role model for the young brothers that didn't have their fathers around, or the new fathers, you know what I'm saying? Just being there in the community. And it's not about the money. Honestly, I'm on pace to make the same thing that I've been making for the last few years. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm on pace to make the same amount of money. I don't mind being transparent and showing you what I've made over the last 5 years. But at this point, it's not about the money. I lost sight of why I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I want to do it because I love my community. I love my people. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. And I normally charge for my most popular service that men book all the time is $54. And then the kid was what, $36. So that's $90, man, for a father and son to come get a haircut.
That's crazy.
And spend time with me. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, with everything that's going on and what's happening in society and how tough things is, especially where I'm at right now, I gotta admit, that's just too expensive. And the crazy thing is, when I went up on my prices, I didn't make more money. I just cut less people and made the same amount of money. So because of that, I'm going down on my prices.
And you know what? I don't want people to confuse this as you not getting what you're owed for the services. If you're a great barber, like, you can justify your prices in a correct way. But there are some people that it just comes off as scammy. It comes off as scammy. It comes off as greed, you know, and it comes off as you just not really respecting the community that you're cutting hair in. It comes off wrong. So I understand we're not going to get to a space where haircuts are $20, $10. That's not what people are asking for. I think people just want something reasonable. And again, like I said, separate that experience from the fade. Like, if there was an option to pick a haircut where the barber don't talk to you, the barber don't give you no conversations, no therapy time, no nothing. You just getting a haircut and you getting out of there. Versus the experience where you get to talk to your barber, the barber responds to you, he asks you things about whatever's going on, y'all have conversations. I guarantee you, the amount of people that will pick that first one with no experience, you would be fucking amazed. I think barbers are just kind of getting to the point where they feel like everybody wants this experience from them. When people don't really want that shit, they just want a haircut at this point. I'm just keeping it real. Now, some people might want it. Some people might say, you know what, hell yeah, I want the experience. That's you. Some people don't give a damn. And here go Jalen Rose with the fucking unlimited ass lineup shit. Of course, this paying $100. That's the highlight of what he shows when he's fucking on TV. Nigga's like 60-something years old.
Spending for a quality barber is $100. I'm here to defend the sanctuary that is called barbers and beauticians. You know, so many guys and people out there think y'all gonna show up and get a fly haircut and y'all gonna spend $35.
Why not? Why not, man?
Y'all gonna go to the end of the line. Y'all gonna hit up y'all barber. They're gonna send you to the voicemail. You'll have a 1 o'clock appointment. You're gonna get there at 1 o'clock and somebody gonna be sitting in the chair.
To hear that from Jalen Rose, I'm not surprised, man, but sure. So this person right here said, look at this barber charging $100 to $125. Like, huh? So this is the barber's post in Houston hair barber. Golly, they put that man out there. In large part, due to demand and being overbooked, new prices beginning May 1st, 2022. This is 2022, damn. Haircut and beard. Monday cuts, $125. Monday cuts, $125? Hold on, dog. Prices are different based on what day it is? I don't think I ever seen that shit. Based on the day. Is it because he's typically off on Monday? That's crazy. So haircut and beard, $100. But if it's on Monday, it's $125. If it's on Sunday, it's $150. One-on-one classes, $375. Held on Sundays only. New pricing begins May 1st, 2020. Said my rise to this point came so fast, it's been incredible. Appreciate those who I've lost, especially those who will remain with me. That's the problem. If people gonna pay it, it's what they gonna do. Pink said, hell yeah, I'm doing the same at my shop, more expensive on the weekend. Yo, Pink, we over here talking shit. Pink just see an opportunity. So here goes a LA barber getting called out for charging somebody $1,150 for a house call. God damn. $1,150 for a house call. It says, all right, cool, you're about 50 minutes from me. For house calls, I charge $350 an hour plus $100 travel fee. Taper fade, lineup, plus beard, trim will take 2.5 to 3 hours, so it'll be $1,150. You're damn right. If that shit was that much, you gonna see this from me right here. And then all of a sudden, that shit gonna disappear. The fuck? This is me right here. This right here, that's me typing, nigga, are you fucking out your mind? What? This is insane. Listen, for house calls, I charge $350 an hour plus $100 travel fee. Now, let's be reasonable here, right? Let's talk about this. This says Calabasas, California. I don't know shit about Calabasas, California. It says it right there. What traffic looks like. Anybody from Cali who knows this area, is a 50-minute ride, is $100 reasonable for the travel fee? Just let me know. Is $100 fame? Do you know? Is $100 reasonable for a travel fee if it's 50 minutes away? It said, Tay said, yeah, because you in traffic the whole time. Okay, so the travel fee is reasonable. Now, okay, so now if we get out of there and we say the travel fee is reasonable, right? 50 minutes from me, you're going to travel to me for $100, that's convenience. You're paying for convenience. $350 though, an hour. Now, $350 an hour, and he's saying it's going to take 2.5 to 3 hours. 2.5 to 3 hours for a haircut. We just talked about this. We said 30 minutes. Big said you want to at least cuss them out. So listen, that's me getting ready to cuss them out. The bubble you see right here thinking, that's me cussing your ass out after getting this shit. What the fuck? Like, what are we talking about? Exactly. 3 hours to cut hair is insane. 3 hours to cut hair is wild. They said it should never take more than 30 minutes. I'm guessing this dude is counting the time it takes him to walk up to your steps, bring out all the clippers and place them strategically in the right place, set up the ring light, all the little conversations in between, set up the camera so he could get the footage. 2.5 to 3 hours is insane. They said full body massage. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Full body massage is crazy. It's insane. I think this is wild. But again, this doesn't do anything but hurt the community, right? Because we know that barbershops are a pinnacle of these communities. You go to your local barbershop, you have people that are in one place together. People are talking, they're having conversations. That sense of community sometimes was all people had growing up was the barbershop. You go to the barbershop, dad's taking their kids to the barbershop, all their kids in there all together. They watch their dad get a cut, your kids get a cut, everybody get a cut, everybody know the barber. Like, that sense of community. But this shit does nothing but hurt it, because now you don't just walk in, now you setting up appointments. You don't know who you're gonna see over there because you gotta set up an appointment now. It's insane. And now barbers, even if they not give you a serious haircut, nah, your chair leaning all the way back, you got a towel on your face, they doing all this extra shit, they shining a light on the area and then cutting the shit, then they spraying Bigen and doing all this shit. Like, too much. It's just too much, y'all. It's too much. Somebody said they posted something in the Discord. Where'd y'all post it? Is it in the chat? All right. This one says, was this haircut worth $250? Let's see.
This is not a man unit. This is a human tarantula with a back door. The mold in his hair is keeping everything together. And I know all that clumped up snow could change the weather. But I tapped this girl in because I ain't want to cut that shit. And she started cheesing. But he is too. I must be missing a joke. But if you seen this in person...
Listen. Before we continue on, I'ma tell y'all. First of all,
What the hell? I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
if you allow this shit to happen to your hair, you deserve to get fucking charged $250. Listen, if you allow this shit to happen to your head, $350. Price just went up because I got mad. Ain't no fucking way, dog. You deserve it. The barber is not responsible for your hygiene. She looked like she was happy as shit to finally get rid of this shit. Look at her. She like, finally, this nigga doing some type of self-care.
Oh my God.
Because what the fuck?
Joke. But if you seen this in person, you would choke. Lil Drew got me though. He threw me my goggles and my mask. And with this
There go that experience. That nigga put on a whole coat, a whole lab coat. That's why your price $250, the experience for this nigga to make a TikTok video. That's where your money coming at.
But I feel like this cut is getting worse and worse. So the only thing that I can do is send his ass to the wash boat for this $250 wash. And I had to rinse out that paint he was saving. And I washed his hair about 5 times because it was misbehaving. I'm fed up, so I ragged him up and let him cook under my dryer that's 160 degrees. But goddamn, I can finally breathe. And so can his hairline. I just know it feels refreshed. But I cut his hair down with a 2-guard because it's gonna suit him best. I then proceed to set in my first guideline below his occipital bone and give him a get laid fade. And of course, he gets a steaming hot towel. And now I'm in that mode. I lightly scrub his face to hit him with some cold holding spray and brush his hair into place. This helps me give him a crispy lineup using my imagination. And I'm thanking his thinner hairs for the participation because it leaves a slight guideline for me to spray the sauce followed by some seasoning and some spice. I know it was spicy because his eyelids grabbed his eyes. And now he's getting the sharpest razor in the city. He looked like he was living in a tent to being behind you.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. You pay $250 for this shit. You pay $250 for this shit. Did a miracle on you, bruh. These 2 days, not even 2, this 1.5 day that this shit gonna last in your head, you better make that $250 stretch, nigga. That $250 gotta stretch, bruh. You better fucking whip the work, nigga. Make that shit stretch.
Said you wanted to cook? Oh, cook that nigga!
You better get the thermometer, get the pot. You better make that little fucking shit you got off co-Simon, make that shit stretch. You got me fucked up. You don't let no water hit your head. No water hit your head, no moisture. You keep everything. You better be running away from water, run away from all types of moisture because this man done helped your ass out. This man done washed your head, all that shit. Nah, Nah, this you pay $250 for. You pay $250 for that. The man washed your head. The man cut your matted hair. He washed all that moldy shit out the top of your head. You pay for that. Come on, man. This is no question. You don't question shit like this. Don't even wear a wave cap. Wear a moisture cap. Wear a moisture cap. Make sure no moisture gets in that shit so that whatever the he sprayed on that shit doesn't wipe off, and you good for like a week. And then unfortunately, if your pockets ain't like that $250, man, you gotta pay that shit again if you want to maintain this shit. You gotta pay it again, dog. I'm sorry, man. They said wear a bonnet. Yo, y'all. Listen, I'm just saying, man. What y'all got? Slim Reaper, bald nigga. Here we go. And see, y'all just, see? We go one place and y'all just be driving. See what I say I be driving?
Bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga. Why you ain't got no hair up there? Boy, you looking like a bowling ball.
Boy, you looking like a bowling ball. That shit gotta trigger for real.
Boy, you looking like a golf ball. Boy, you looking like a tennis ball. Look at haircut tennisism. Haircut falling off the bone.
Haircut falling off the bone? Nah, you know what? I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all not about to alienate my ball subscribers, yo. Y'all not about to have my bald subscribers feeling some type of way.
Chill!
Nah, y'all not about to do this, man. Bruh, y'all not about to alienate my bald subscribers up in this mug. Listen, but if you bald out there, you a subscriber, I'm not going with this. I fucks with y'all, all right? I ain't gonna lie, but it's catchy though.
Fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope, take off the broken bag. Take all that